Okay, we'll give you a look at the campsite I ended up with here. I was up top and it was really not level at all, and the people that were camped down here moved out. So I've got a nice spot for the van there and this beautiful campsite right on the edge of this hill. There is a neighboring site, but it's just over a little ways, and no neighboring sites on this side. So kind of one of the nicer spots here. How pretty it is. Well, we're getting out for a little hike this morning. This is just a beautiful area. I'm still seeing some snow patches on some of the mountains in the distance here. I'm going to try to hike up onto this ridge. Just a beautiful spot. I'm just camped behind the trees over here. Well, the view from up here is just fantastic. Oh, these lakes down here, just beautiful. Wow, what a neat little spot to look out here. Wow, that lake is just stunning. Pretty awesome. Well, that was worth a little walk up here. Oh, look, this way. Give you a shot with my other lens. That's the fire lookout tower. All right, well, we're back at camp here. I'm trying to get some video editing done. It's been a long time coming. I've really been putting it off. So I'm trying something new. I'm going to be working outside here at my camp. It's my little glimpse of my spot here. Got the laptop set up, and I'm trying out something new. This is a portable power station that's based on a lithium battery bank. And this is made by Jackery. It is the Explorer 500. Is a newer model that they're just releasing that's kind of has the biggest battery bank. It is a 500 watt-hour battery, or I believe that's like 24 amp hours. So this is something I'm trying out. I've been getting a lot of questions about units like this from people that watch my videos. I do have solar panels and batteries built into my van, and this is the first time I've been trying out something like this. I've had this for about a week now and used it quite extensively, mostly doing what you're seeing right here, having my laptop plugged in, working on video editing, charging my camera battery, my cell phone. So this video is pretty much going to be made possible by this unit. I've charged everything completely from this over the last few days, and I'm going to show you guys a few other things and why this might be something that you could use and what I think about it. Okay, I'm not being paid to talk about this unit at all. The company did send it out to me free of charge. So I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. I don't owe them anything as far as giving a positive review. So I'm just going to be totally honest and tell you what I think about this unit as well as units like this. There's quite a few other ones on the market. I know Kodiak is a big one, the Yeti Goal Zero. And I haven't tried any of those out personally. I do know people that have those units and they're happy with them. And I also know some people that have these and they're quite happy with them. So if there are any of you out there watching this that do own a unit like this by this company, leave a comment in the comment section there. Let us know how it's working out for you. And we're going to test out some other items. I do have a coffee grinder and a little blender that I wanted to see if it runs on this. This is a 500 watt pure sine wave inverter, and I checked the wattage on these and they both draw about 175 watts, so they should run it just fine. I'm going to unplug my laptop and see if they run there. Okay, so we've got the coffee grinder plugged in there. Let's go ahead and see if it runs. Yep, runs no problem, and actually the wattage just went up to 42 watts. It took a second for it to register and has now dropped back down. So let's see if this little blender runs. Okay, so now we've got this little personal blender plugged in. Let's try it. Yeah, runs fine. Wattage jumped up to about 42 watts when it was running. Okay, and for ways to charge this unit itself, to bring it back up to full charge, you do need to charge it. You can use the AC adapter that's included. It comes with this little case here. The literature says that it takes about 7.5 hours charging that way. It also comes with a DC one you could plug into your vehicle's cigarette lighter adapter. It says it takes 11.5 hours with this one. And then also you could use the optional solar panel. They have a 100-watt solar panel that you can plug in as well. That says it takes about 16 hours with that. All right, so we'll take a look at the solar panel that they sent me as well. This is sold separately by the same company. This is their SolarSaga 100-watt solar panel. It does fold up. It's got some legs on it, and on the top it's got some carry handles, some nice grommets on each corner, and then on the back side here it's got a little pouch as well as the other leg for the pouches for the cable, and then there's a little plug-in port. I'll show you that here. Okay, so inside the little pouch here is the cable to connect it to the battery unit there, and then there's this little port here. This has the plug-in for this cable as well as two little USBs to charge a cell phone or something USB powered directly to the panel. Kind of an interesting setup there. So let's set it up, see how it works. All right, so we've got that solar panel moved over to the sun now. Currently, we do have pretty clear skies. There are some clouds passing by. So we went ahead and got that cable plugged into the back there. Was able to get it to reach over to the unit. Still have the laptop and everything on, plugged in. And the input is now showing 65 watts. The most I've got out of this solar panel is about 67 watts in total full sun. So it's doing pretty good right now. The output is actually about 70 watts, so I'm pulling out more than I'm bringing in. So I won't probably see any charging going on here, but it should keep it pretty steady. So if I had everything shut off, of course, it would start charging a lot quicker. So that's the solar panel. Okay, so a couple quick notes on the performance of this unit here. They do recommend in the instruction manual that you start charging it when it gets down to 20%. They recommend not going down to 0%, but at 20% you should charge it as soon as possible. So that's how I've experimented with it. As far as usage goes, I've gone from 100% down to the 20%, mostly using my laptop, and that would probably be over a period of maybe 8 or 9 hours total usage to go from 100% to 20% on this, and that's when they suggest to recharge it. So I think that's quite a bit of use, and that's video editing use. If I was just browsing or watching movies on my laptop, it uses way less power. So when I'm in full performance mode video editing, it really does suck a lot of power. So that's all I can tell you about that. Now, as far as the charging goes, again, it's supposed to be charged at 20%. So using the 100-watt solar panel is all that I have used to charge it, and I've done it quite a few times. The fastest charge I've got is about 8 to 9 hours. That was in full sun. That was over the course of 2 days. I did about 6 hours one day, and then the next day about 3 more hours, and that brought it from 20 up to 100%. The manual does say it can take up to 16 hours. That's probably compensating for clouds and not having them turned to face full sun. So I have experimented, and like I said, the quickest I've got it to charge is about 8 to 9 hours, and that's pulling in about 67 watts through this 100-watt panel. It seems to be the max. Okay, so let's talk about costs on these units here. This is the 500 watt hour model here, the Explorer 500. Goes for about $500 right now. The solar panel, the 100 watt fold-up solar panel, goes for about $300. So they're not cheap. That's a lot of money. There are competitor units on the market, ones with larger capacity like the Kodiak and the Yeti Goal Zero. Those go for upwards of $1,000. So this lithium battery power stuff is not cheap. You just need to look at what your needs are and which item fits your needs. So I encourage you to do your own research. Again, I'm not trying to sell this item at all. I'm just trying it out and giving you guys my take on it. I can see it definitely useful in the nomadic lifestyle, camping lifestyle. Especially these days, everyone's got their digital cameras and wanting to look at their photos on their laptop and that. So having the ability to do that while you're out and about is pretty nice. Having the solar panel to be able to charge it to continue to have power without being bound to, you know, home power, a wall outlet is a nice option. So there are limitations with solar depending on the weather, how much sun there is and that. But this does seem like a nice little, you know, setup with the solar panel and the unit itself. So again, you can go check out the links I leave below. There's a 20% discount. But again, I encourage you to do your own research and just find out what you need and what's out there. Okay, that's enough work for the day. Let's wrap this all up and try to go find that watchtower up on the hill. All right, well, I found the road going over to that watchtower I saw from the peak across the way there. So we're gonna hike up there, check it out. It's very intriguing. Found the road leading up to it. Still a big patch of snow over here in the trees. Wow, quite a view up here. I was at this little summit across the way here. That's where I spotted this tower from. I'm noticing that there is an outhouse very precariously placed over on this hillside, or more like cliffside. That's kind of interesting. Let's get the view off the other side here. Wow. Oh, there's a lake over here. Wow, what a view. Quite a breeze up here as well. This thing must be built pretty rugged to take all the weather up on this point. I'll be danged. It is a bathroom. Now that is quite a placement for an outhouse. Wow, that thing is built solid. Look at that view. Okay, let's go check out the watchtower. Let's check this thing out. There's a sign attached to this building. It says the National Forest is restoring this to be turned into a public cabin rental. It's no longer a fire watchtower. Whew, the air is thin up here. Out of breath. Wow. Look at the view here. Slightly better view of the lake down there. Wow. There's a little opening here. You see in there? Wow, it looks like behind these boards it is windows all the way around for a full panoramic view. Pretty emptied out in there. Wow, what a view though. Another lake over on this horizon there. Just surrounded by lakes around here. Pretty cool. And I am camped down in this little valley in here somewhere. What a spot.